Today I swapped the engine and transmission from the Miata onto the race car, and it only took me 35 minutes. The first thing that had to be done is drain all the fluids. Ideally, only the coolant and transmission oil are the ones that have to be drained, but once that's out of the way, the exhaust could be removed. Now, originally, I was going to unbolt the exhaust from the flange, but the previous owner welded the two pieces together, so there was no other choice than to cut it off. But with that out of the way, the next step was to remove the airbox and the radiator, and like balls in a vasectomy clinic, the accessory belt is snipped because there's no longer going to be a need for power steering or air conditioning. So with those two units removed, it's time to continue on unbolting the exhaust header. Thankfully, it was easier than cake to remove because most of the time, exhaust nuts and bolts strip just by looking at them. But with that two out of the way, there's only a few more things in the engine bay that need to be disconnected. Things like the heater core hoses, throttle cable, and just other little things that don't take too long to remove. After that, everything else is going to be done underneath the car, and it's really simple. Miatas have this one brace bar that holds everything in place. So once that's out of the way, the transmission and driveline sort of just sag like kids in high school with low GPAs. The final step though is in bolting the engine. A lot of cars nowadays have 4 to 6 engine mounts, but since the Miata is tiny, it only has 2 mounts, which makes for a really quick engine removal. I'm not going to talk too much about using an engine hoist only because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I did mock it up into the race car and it looks really happy, almost like it's meant for it. So in the next video, I'm going to have to fabricate new brackets and put in the wiring harness, but for today, that's all I'm doing. So I'll see you in the next one.